This message has been waiting for you. Not in a book or on a screen, but in the silence between your own heartbeats. It has existed as a quiet hum beneath the noise of your life, a frequency you have been sensing since you were a child. You've felt it, haven't you? That subtle, unshakable feeling that you are listening to a different song than everyone around you. It's the echo of a promise your soul made to itself before you even arrived here. You feel it most profoundly not in moments of great sorrow, but in moments of ordinary, inexplicable dissonance. You feel it in the pause after a friend's well-meaning but hollow advice. You feel it in the middle of a crowded room, when a wave of profound solitude washes over you, a feeling so vast it has no name. For years you have called this feeling loneliness. You have called it being different. You have called it a flaw to be corrected. But what if that feeling is not a sign of your disconnection, but the clearest evidence of your most sacred connection? What if that persistent, quiet hum is not an echo of what you've lost, but the guiding frequency of where you are finally meant to go? This message found you tonight because the background noise of your life has finally subsided just enough for you to hear the call clearly. The call to come home. Your spirit is ready. The season of apologizing for the music you hear is over. By the end of our time together, you will understand that this frequency is not your burden, but your holy compass, and you will learn how to tune your entire life to its beautiful, liberating, and powerful sound. This is not just a message, it is an activation. Let us speak the first great truth. You were born with a soul that resonates at a specific sacred frequency. This is not poetry. It is the physics of your spirit. Think of it as a divine tuning fork, struck at the moment of your creation, humming with a note that contains your purpose, your peace, and your power. This hum is the invisible, energetic signature of your authentic self. It is the sublime melody of your own belonging. But from the moment you were born, you were placed in an orchestra, playing a different song entirely. This orchestra is the world of expectation, of comparison, of shoulds and musts. It is the world of fitting in, of toning it down, of being practical. It is the symphony of the status quo, and its music is loud, demanding, and relentless. And so, the great dissonance began. As a child, you heard your own note so clearly. It was the frequency of wonder, of speaking truths others found uncomfortable. It was the rhythm of profound empathy, feeling the unspoken sadness in your mother's eyes or the hidden joy in a stranger's fleeting smile. You felt the energetic texture of a room, the history in a house, the life force in a forest. You were a walking, breathing sensor for the unseen world, and it was as natural to you as breathing. But the orchestra of the world could not hear your music. They only heard your silence as odd, your sensitivity as weakness, your depth as too much. Teachers told you to stop daydreaming. Family told you to be more realistic. Friends told you to just have fun and not think so deeply. Each piece of advice, often given from a place of love, was a form of loving gaslighting. It was an unintentional campaign to convince you that the music you heard wasn't real. It was a slow, steady erosion of your trust in your own inner world. And so, you began the exhausting, soul-crushing work of trying to play their song. You learned to ignore the hum. You learned to mimic the notes of others, contorting your spirit into a key that was never yours to play. This has been the silent, central labor of your entire life. This is the source of the fatigue that sleep can never cure. Have you ever wondered why you feel so tired? It is because you have spent decades performing in a role you were never meant to audition for, reading from a script written in a language foreign to your soul. You became the master of the mask, the expert in the art of the appropriate response. You have nodded and smiled through conversations that felt like static to your spirit. You have invested your precious life force into jobs, relationships, and obligations that were fundamentally out of tune with your being. You did this not because you were weak, but because you are powerful. It takes immense strength, empathy, and resilience to betray your own soul every single day in order to make others comfortable, to keep the peace, to hold a family together, to be seen as successful or stable. You have poured your magnificent energy into maintaining a structure that was never your home. And this brings us to the second great truth. The emptiness you feel is not a void, it is a vacuum. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, abhors a vacuum. That hollow ache in your chest, that feeling of being drained, is a sacred and powerful summons. It is the sound of your soul calling its own energy back home. The burnout you are experiencing is not just a sign of exhaustion, it is a spiritual crisis. It is your inner being finally refusing to play one more note of a song that is not its own. That gentle hum you've always heard? It is getting louder now, isn't it? It is becoming a roar. The dissonance is becoming unbearable. The parties feel more hollow, the superficial conversations more painful, the obligations more suffocating. This is not a sign that you are breaking down. It is a sign that you are breaking through. The universe is lovingly, mercifully, making your old life so uncomfortable, so untenable, that you have no choice but to stop playing along. The loving intelligence of your own spirit is staging an intervention. It is a holy rebellion. You may be feeling it as anxiety, as depression, as a rage that seems to have no source. Do not be afraid of these feelings. They are not the problem. They are the alarm system. They are the sound of your soul's fire alarm, warning you that the building you have been living in is no longer safe for your spirit. It is time to evacuate. This message is your evacuation plan. It is the map to a sanctuary that has been waiting for you your entire life. To get there, we must first become archaeologists of our own survival. We must look at the beautiful, painful, and intricate coping mechanisms we built to survive in the wrong key. Let's name them with reverence, for they were born of necessity. There is the armor of perfectionism, the belief that if you could just do everything perfectly, you could finally control the chaos and earn your worth. This armor protected you, but it also kept out the warmth of joy and the grace of spontaneity. Then there is the camouflage of people-pleasing, the masterful art of shape-shifting your own needs, desires, and truths to match whomever you are with. This camouflage kept you safe from conflict, but it made you invisible to yourself. There's the fortress of intellectualism, hiding in the safety of your mind, analyzing and understanding the world, to avoid the terrifying vulnerability of actually feeling it. This fortress gave you a sense of control, but it cut you off from the wisdom of your own heart. And there is the most common survival tool of all for souls like yours: the addiction to pouring. You poured your empathy, your wisdom, your energy into others as a way to prove your value, to find a purpose, to feel needed. You became the unpaid, uncertified therapist for everyone in your life. You held their stories, healed their wounds, and managed their emotions, all while your own inner well ran dangerously dry. You did this because you are a healer, but you were never taught the most fundamental rule of healing. You cannot serve water from an empty cup. These survival mechanisms were brilliant adaptations. They are a testament to your strength. But their time is over. The life that is calling you now does not require them. In fact, it cannot coexist with them. The process of shedding these layers is the journey we are on now. It is a journey of sacred subtraction. It is not about becoming someone new. It is about unbecoming everything that was never truly you. This journey requires a quality of courage you may not feel you possess right now, but you do. It is the quiet courage to disappoint others in order to be true to yourself. It is the brave choice to sit in the discomfort of the unknown, rather than the familiar misery of the inauthentic. It is the radical act of turning your attention and your compassion inward, perhaps for the very first time. You must be willing to grieve. This is essential. You must grieve the life you thought you were supposed to have. You must grieve the energy you wasted trying to earn love that was never going to be given unconditionally. But most importantly, you must grieve for the person you had to be to survive. You must wrap your arms around that younger version of you who learned to silence her own music. You must honor her strength, her resilience, her sacrifice. You must thank her. And then you must lovingly, gently, let her know that you will take it from here. You are the adult in the room now. You have the power to reparent yourself, to create the safety your inner child never had. The safety to be seen, to be heard, and to be loved exactly as you are, in your own unique and holy key. Let us now begin the sacred work of tuning. This is not a metaphor, it is a practice. I invite you to find a space where you can be undisturbed for a few moments. Sit in a way that feels both dignified and comfortable. There is no need for a special posture. Your intention is the only thing that matters. Gently close your eyes or soften your gaze. Place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. This is the ancient posture of coming home to the body, the dwelling place of your soul. Let us begin with the breath. Not a forced breath, but a conscious, loving breath. Breathe in through your nose and feel the air as a wave of pure life force, a current of grace. As you breathe out, release the tension of the day. Release the noise. Release the performance. With your next breath, I want you to invite the silence. Imagine that the silence is not an emptiness, but a presence. It is a soft velvet darkness, a holy sanctuary. In this silence, for the first time, we are not going to ask for anything. We are not going to pray for an answer or a sign. We are simply going to listen. Now, bring your awareness to the center of your chest, to the energetic space beneath your hand. This is your heart's sanctuary. Inside this space, buried beneath years of static and noise, is your soul's unique note, your tuning fork. Do not try to find it. Do not strain to hear it. This is not an act of striving. It is an act of surrender. Your only work right now is to create the quiet space for it to be heard. As you sit in this quiet, receptive state, you may notice the mind's chatter. Thoughts will arise. This isn't working. I'm doing it wrong. What am I supposed to be feeling? See these thoughts not as interruptions, but as the last echoes of the old orchestra. Acknowledge them gently, without judgment, as if they are clouds passing in the sky. And then, lovingly return your attention to the silent, waiting space in your heart. Just wait. Just listen. Now, let us introduce a gentle, powerful intention. As you breathe in, silently say to yourself the word, listen. As you breathe out, silently say the word, home. Inhale. Listen. Exhale. Home. This is the rhythm of reclamation. This is the cadence of return. Keep breathing this simple prayer. Listen. Home. As you continue, you may begin to sense it will not be a sound you hear with your ears. It will be a feeling, a vibration, a subtle shift in the energy of your own being. It may feel like a warmth spreading through your chest. It may feel like a gentle humming sensation. It may feel like a sudden, inexplicable wave of peace, or even a quiet sob of recognition. Whatever you feel, this is it. This is your note. This is the frequency of your own soul. This is the sound of your own belonging. Do not try to hold on to it. Just let it be. Your only job is to recognize it. Ah, your heart whispers. There you are. I remember you. Now, we will begin to amplify this frequency. We will use the power of sacred words, spoken not from the mind, but from this newly rediscovered place of resonance. Breathe into your heart space, and as you exhale, silently or aloud, affirm this truth. I am in tune with my own soul. Feel the vibration of that statement. Does it feel true? If not, that is okay. We are simply practicing the note. Let's try it again. Breathe in grace. Breathe out this prayer. It is safe to be me. Feel the resonance. Notice the places in your body that tighten and the places that soften. Be the curious, loving observer. One more time, a deeper breath, a fuller release. Affirm this profound truth. My energy is my own. Feel this statement land in your body. This is the declaration of your sovereignty. This is you calling your power back from every person, every job, every memory where you left it behind. The prayer is not the words. The prayer is the feeling state that these words help you access. The feeling of being at home in your own skin. The feeling of being aligned with your own truth. This feeling is your new compass. From this day forward, before you make a decision, before you say yes or no, before you enter a room or a conversation, your only task is to pause, place a hand on your heart, and find this feeling. Find your note. If an action, a person, or a situation enhances this feeling of resonance, it is for you. It is in tune. If it creates a feeling of dissonance, of static, of being drained, it is not for you. It is out of tune. This is the only spiritual practice you will ever need. It is the art of living a resonant life. You have not found a key. You have become the key. You have remembered the music that you are. Breathe. Gently, slowly, bring your awareness back to the room you are in. Feel the chair beneath you, the air on your skin. When you are ready, you can open your eyes. But do not leave that inner sanctuary. You don't have to. It is portable. It is your birthright. You are carrying that resonant, peaceful space within you right now. The world will still be loud. The old orchestra will still be playing its demanding song. But something profound has shifted. You are no longer lost in the audience, trying to read the wrong sheet music. You are the conductor of your own life, and you hold the score. Living from this place will change everything, not by changing the world around you, but by changing how you move through it. You will begin to attract people and experiences that are in the same key. Your spiritual family, the ones who hear the same music you do, will begin to find you, drawn by the clarity of your signal. You will learn to set boundaries not as acts of aggression, but as acts of sacred self-preservation, with a love and clarity that others can finally respect. Your work, your creativity, your very presence will become an offering, not a sacrifice. This is the beginning of a life lived by heart, not by handbook. Take this message as the final permission slip you will ever need. The permission to trust the music of your own soul above all other voices. You are not different. You are resonant. You are not too sensitive. You are finely tuned. You are not lost. You are finally tuning in. Welcome home.